Yo, what's up, guys? Hope everyone had a good week 16. It was very East dominant, I'm pretty sure. Is it the East Division? I don't know. I can't keep up with things these days. Yes, East dominant besides myself. Spoiler alert, I was the worst team this past week. No surprise, honestly. Um, but outside of that, trivia question, or, trivia question, polls up. Are you going to participate in the All Star Trivia? It's what I was getting at there. Absolutely, give me them monies. Nah, I don't gamble. Absolutely, give me them monies. I'll elaborate on that before I continue on into the recap. As I've mentioned in the past two videos, you can choose the winner of the dunk contest, MVP of the All-Star game, and the winner of the three-point shootout. You can put 20 on two of them and 30 on one, max of $80. You can win or lose. You don't have to participate also. You don't have to put the max of 20 and 30 as well. You can maybe put like a 10, a 5, and a 3. Just depending on confidence, I expect a few people to go a little aggressive at this to get a little more money for their playoff push. But then some might be passive so that they don't want to lose it. But that's what it is. We do have one submitted answer in Brandon. I will share results of that Friday. The deadline for it is Thursday. No later. I won't take anything after Thursday, so it's either get in or you don't. And also, I was asked by Sean, what if I take Aaron Gordon and then on Friday I find out he's not going to be in the dunk contest? It's an automatic L. There ain't nothing you can do. You got to take a chance on it, just like you're going to take a chance on anyone else. So if you do select Aaron Gordon as your dunk contest champion and he doesn't participate, you're automatically out of the money you put on him. So be cautious with that. But let's move on to week 16, the recappy. Pretty strong week by, like I said, these teams this week. It was big time dominance. Shook up some standings as well with the 1 seed. Brandon losing it, but go see here. Victor took down me 6-4-2. It was a good matchup all week long, just like I thought it would have been. I think I said 7-4-1 him. Not an awful week. I don't expect myself to really improve much. I'm good in two categories, and that's offensive rebounds and steals. I seem to be fine in blocks. Yeah, later, baby. But I'm no contender. Moving on down, we got Sean destroying Brandon. Sort of a surprise. Brandon didn't have the best of weeks, but Sean's team came on hard this week. Still doesn't have Chris Paul yet. But if his team can continue putting up numbers like this, he's definitely back in the contention for sure and definitely a championship favorite. But his fantasy dollars are low, but I don't see many people taking his strategy into the playoffs because there's a lot of people that don't believe in dropping their players for some reason, but could be wrong. So if Sean's team can do this for the last two matchups, he's a hot favorite to win it all. Looking for Brandon's team to bounce back next week, but like I said, Brandon has a very hard schedule to end the year, so if he slips up 1 week, he's going to lose. Moving on down, Cody taking down Josh in the matchup of the week, 6-5-1. Definitely nailed it being matchup of the week. It was the closest one outside of me and Victor. Cody did forget to set his lineup on one of the days. Don't know how much that really changes it. I don't see many. Maybe defensive rebounds. I don't know if he would have got over 17 in that day. I'm not sure. Maybe something for him to go back look on. Maybe could have won 7-4-1, but it wouldn't have been big regardless. So congratulations to both teams, really. I mean, Josh, you hung in there. I'm showing you can beat, in a 1 week, winner-take-all scenario in playoffs. I'm sure there have been a whole lot more acquisitions. So it's interesting to look forward to. Well, down here where John has been on a tear really lately, he destroys Santana, winning 10-1-1. John's team was very impressive this week. It continues to get better, and if he continues to put up stats like this right here, I think he was 70-some. I don't know, 60 exactly defensive rebounds higher than anyone else, closest to him, and then he was 31 assists higher than the next closest person. He was top in double-doubles, tied with it. He had the triple-double. He had the points higher than anyone else. He was like second place in blocks. He was right there in steals with everyone else. It's interesting it's just interesting something to look at. I mean, he had 51% shooting for the week. That's, rare. Interesting to see if that number can hold. He had 87 threes, which is high. I mean, look. I mean, only one person beat him, and that's Austin. Yeah, you got a boo-boo, baby. But out of contenders, I mean, he was top-notch. So if his team don't slow down, that could be scary. But Santana's been struggling of late. Maybe he can bounce back against me. And Heath had a really good week as well, winning 8-3-1 over Austin. Heath still can't reach the, I guess, elite status that I'm sure he's looking for. He's very close. He's traded all year long. Probably honestly hurt his team more than helped it. But I can't blame him. He took a lot of chances early. But we'll see if it pays off. Still got, like I said, 2 more matchups left. Technically 3 weeks until playoffs. He won't play for another 4 weeks because he'll have the bye going into week 1. But his matchup next week is something definitely to look forward to. Like I said, I talked about it last video, him and Victor playing. But that's definitely not matchup of the week. It is Brandon and Cody here. See if Brandon can bounce back and can Cody overtake Sean back in the East for that top seed. Either it's the 1 or the 2. But we'll check out the totals here, see what they're looking at. I know there's no team that plays more than 5 games in the next week and a half of matchups. There's a few teams that I think still play 3, which is really rare. I could be wrong about that. He's got some 5s. More 5s looking like down here for Cody. Obviously, I can't see your benches. The 5s for you are Batum and It. And Drew, your 5s are Kemba. Some scrubs. Still think it's going to be a really close matchup. Deion Waiters should come back tonight or Red. Looking for Thad Young probably to come back after All-Star break. Yeah, isn't expected to. Yeah. So, I don't know how many games he plays before All-Star break. Hopefully it's 2, and then you can get him for 3 afterwards. But like I said, I'm not sure. This is going to be depending on whose average players are going to play better. Interesting to look at this guy. He ain't playing tonight. I already know that, but I'm interested to see how he does on his new team. Like I said, that trade deadline NBA is coming up as well, so that's something to look forward to. But I'm going to roll in favor of Brandon. I think it's very close, like 6-5-1 close. Should be a spectacular matchup. And I want to go down to this matchup next because it's the matchup I want to keep my closest eye on. Like I said, they're still not in the same bracket together yet. Heath is fighting for the top seed. Victor's flirting with Santana right now. Victor did move up to the 6th seed where he gets his bye, but he's still flirting with Santana on having to play the first week of the playoffs. So I'm interested to see how the house goes in the way of this. Nick's only playing 3 games this week, so I was right about that. Houston only playing 3 games this week. Luckily, he doesn't have James Harden. Moving down here, Westbrook plays 4. That's really the person I wanted to look at. Paul George gets 5. Just because he's playing 4 Westbrook, if he was a 3, I still don't think it'd be much different. Definitely going in favor of Heath here, assuming they both start their lineups. Interested to see Jimmy Butler's status. He might rest a little bit more since it's All-Star break coming up. Do get DeAndre for 5, so that'll be good. But I'm going in favor of Heath. Go 9-3-0. Just because Heath's team's been playing much better than Victor's of late, for sure. Okay. Let's go down to Josh playing John this week. Should be a good matchup as well. Both teams, said John's team's been playing spectacular, and Josh's team's playing much better than it has. He ain't going to get Boga back. Deron might not play tonight due to sickness. No 3s here. Can't see your bench. Porzingis playing 3. Derrick Rose playing 3. Your 5s are Blake Griffin, which is awesome. CJ Miles. Who is Josh's 5s? Anthony. So both of y'all's big men get 5. It's definitely going to help Josh's blocks, but this is going to help his assists because Blake's an awesome passer. Great point forward. I'm going in favor of John just because how well his team's playing. I expect his percentages probably to go down. 51% spectacular. That's going to be hard to duplicate. And with the All-Star break, everyone's going to be having fun. So, we'll see. I'm going in favor of John, though, 7-4-1. think it's semi-close, but not really. I think the categories John wins in are big. All right. I don't know where I'm at. Okay, Santana playing me. This could be definitely a good bounce-back week for Santana to get out of the 7 seed, considering how his team's been playing. I'm just stinky. Looking at his team, he has injuries. They're not can't see his bench, but Gallinari's been out for a while. Powell's on the IR, and Bradley Bill's been out forever, who was playing spectacular before he gets hurt. Obviously, Santana's going to win the double-double category, and more than likely the defensive rebounds category. Interested to see if I can compete anything else. He should win assists as well. So that's a lock in 3 of them right there. Oh, I got 5. Crowder, Turner, Marcus Smart, Tyreek Evans, freaking bum. He's got Al Horford, Jeff Teague, Marco, Jameer Nelson. I'm going to pick the upset. I'm going to take myself. Just got that feeling in me. I'm going to win 7-4-1. Have I called this one yet? No. Austin playing Sean. Really what Sean needed after coming off that really good week. I mean, Austin's team didn't play bad, but, to play Sean's team this week, it's not going to be fun. Bunch of day-to-days here, 4 of them in a row. Jonathan Simmons ain't relevant anymore anyways. Klay Thompson ain't playing tonight. Cody Zeller, barely plays anyways. Tyson Chandler, is he playing tonight? No. Oh, that was Saturday. But he's a big rebounding guy. Kenneth Faried out. So I'm not expecting this to go any favor. Sean's got some day-to-days. Aaron Gordon still day-to-day. Expected to play. Terrence Jones. Well, that's good for anyone taking Aaron Gordon in the dunk contest being day-to-day. But going in favor of Sean, I'm not even going to look at the games. Like 9-2-1. Could be at a 10-1-1, 11-0-1. Just depending on how the week goes. But let's get into standings. So I'll go ahead and do my power rankings. John was first this week. Very dominant week from John. Second was Sean. Much improvement for Sean, all the way up from 8th last week. Sean's been down there for the past 2 weeks. Good bounce back week for Sean. See if he can stick. Third was Cody. No surprise there. Cody's been dominant since he's really been with it. Fourth is Heath. He's been up there for a while now. Still can't crack the top 2. He could though, but if you look at that, so I pulled up standings. Why I want to do this. Those 4 teams I said are all in the East, so it's should be an East favorite playoff run. The only person I can see really coming out of the West to compete is Brandon to get there. But you never know. Playoffs a whole different season, as y'all got to see last year with Sean. If he has any more fantasy dollars, who knows how far he goes. 5th is Brandon. Really bad week for Brandon. Pretty upsetting for him, but he still can't complain with 5th. Like I said, if he plays anyone that's not a contender, he wins. So just a bad week. 6th was Josh. Still doing much better. Not 3rd like last week, but still much better than he's done for most of the year. 7th was Santana. Santana's been down in the bottom portion for, I think, the past 4 weeks, so it's nothing new. It's very, I'm sure, upsetting for him considering how dominant his team was at the start. For most of the year, not just the start. 8th was Victor. It's just not there for Victor. His team's pretty healthy. It's just not there. But we'll see. You never know. 9th was Austin. It's not been there for him either all year. And 10th was me. Same thing. It's just not been there. At least Victor had a really good start to the year. So that sort of held his record up because he's still flirting with 500. So anything could happen. If he loses bad to Heath, he's right under 500. But don't have anything on. We'll check out the playoff bracket for I leave you guys. Like I said, Sean is taking over the 1 seed. So he'll play the winner of Josh and me if playoffs started today. John will play Heath in round 2. Cody will be playing Victor in round 2. Not a matchup I'm sure Victor wants to see. And then Santana will play Austin in the first round, and the winner of that will play Brandon, which could be really sneaky if Santana's team gets healthy and really strong again. Could sneak out as that 7 seed and have a decent, at least make the Final Four. Brandon's team's good, but if his team gets hot, we all know what his team can do. and guarantee himself right here to get to the Final Four, either playing Victor or Cody, which is still going to be tough regardless. If I had to choose which side was harder, I think the bottom half, just because Cody would have to play a Victor, whose team could get good, and then he would have to play either Santana, I'm assuming, or Brandon, which, like I said, if Santana's team gets hot, it's really good. But it's no disrespect to, these other teams up here. Let's say Sean wanted to make a run. Yeah, he's going to get a really easy matchup in round 2 as long as his team's healthy. And then, coming into the Final Four, he's going to get John or Heath, both strong teams. But, that just second round, to me, just won't be hard for him like it would be any of these guys down here. But if these two teams wanted to make a run, yeah, they would have tough matchups. From the get-go, having to play each other and then having to come up here and more than likely play Sean in the Final Four. And then, the championship game ain't going to be easy. But, you never know. But good luck to everyone here in Week 17. Enjoy your 2-week matchup with whoever you got. Some people are fortunate, some aren't. Trade deadline is in, 10 days? And real NBA ours ain't for a while. I'll talk about that in Week 18 because that'll be the week I guess I need to address it. Actually, I can just give you an idea of when it's going to be. It'll be the same as always. I'll cut it off manually. I don't know when this ends. Hold on. I can actually tell you. Just go back to this. Go to the playoff bracket. It'll cut off that Friday, so you'll have your players. So the 6th is Monday. 5th will be Sunday. 4th, March 3rd will be the cutoff date. And, it'll be like it is always here. But March 3rd will be our cutoff for trades. So you'll have your players fresh for your matchup. But good luck to everyone in Week 17, and I'll catch you guys hopefully for the All-Star stuff.